But in Canberra today, some good news from the Conservative side of politics. The Federal National Party's decision to oppose the constitutionally entrenched Indigenous Voice to the Parliament. Now, I say good news because it's a rare instance of the sensible centre-right doing something on principle rather than trying to be all things to everyone in response to focus groups. As David Littleproud said today, dividing people by race is wrong in principle.
We believe in empowering local Indigenous communities, giving them the power at a local level, not creating another layer of bureaucracy here in Canberra. I'm proud to be the leader of a party that has the courage to come forward and to say we stand with those Indigenous Australians to make sure they get their lives better, not actually be symbolic.
And this from NT Senator Jacinta Price.
We are part of a liberal, democratic Australia. And one of our fundamental principles is that we are all regarded as equal under the law, despite race, despite gender, despite anything else. And why should I, as an Indigenous Australian, be governed under a separate entity than the rest of Australia because of my race?
As Jacinta Price went on to say, it isn't racist to reject dividing us by race, as some might want Australians to believe.
So what we need now is practical measures, not an idea that lacks complete and utter detail, that's based on emotional blackmail. And I'm telling you now, it is not racist to disagree with a proposal that's been put forward to the Australian people that lacks detail, that divides us along the lines of race.
And that recognising Aboriginal people does not mean having to support the voice.
And Australians are quite happy to recognise Indigenous Australians. In fact, we do it, as I said, every single day. We do it as we land on our aeroplanes. We do it when we come in and we swear ourselves into the floor of Parliament every day. Recognition is not the voice to Parliament. This is a bureaucratic structure, an entire new governance structure that we don't have details on.
And for good measure, this Indigenous MP from the heart of remote Australia pointed out the incongruity of the other one from the inner city, turning up to do it poor places in a private jet dripping with sanctimony.
Despite what's been told to the Australian people, there are Indigenous Australians who do not agree with this, who do not know what this means. Minister Burney might be able to take a private jet out into a remote community dripping with Gucci and tell people in the dirt what's good for them, but they are in the dark, and they have been in the dark.
If there really does have to be a referendum on this, there must be a fight about it, hopefully one that has the right result. But if there's one thing that's worse than losing, it's giving up without a fight. And on something as precious as the equal rights of all Australians, regardless of how long their ancestors have been here, a strong stand on principle is long overdue. The Liberals better be careful, as more than one person texted me today. They said, keep this up, and I just think I might join the Nationals, they said.